Again. I started without my mic. Hopefully I've deleted them. All right, good morning. Anita from Anita Dawn Wellbeing and Sale Pilates. I hope you're having a good day today already. A little bit late today, technical difficulties. Today with the Pilates Beginner's Essentials, I'm going to talk a little bit about breathing. Breathing's really very, very important. It's important generally. During Pilates, we change our breath slightly. We change the technique of breathing, but it really does to make sure that the movements are safe, but also effective. Now, Joseph Pilates had breathing as one of his 5 basic principles, and we've kind of modernized his basic principles and brought them a little bit more relevant, a little bit easier to follow. But breathing is still one of the 5 basic principles from the school where I learnt my Pilates. So let's start off with thinking about how we normally breathe. If you take your right hand on the right side of your rib cage and your left hand on your belly, and just take a few moments to see what moves. Just relax a little bit and breathe normally. So I expect you're feeling the ribs just expand a little bit like the tummy does, and that's quite normal. But for the purpose of Pilates and stabilizing or moving, we want to transfer the in-breath more into the rib cage. Also, because that encourages us to use the rib cage more than we normally do, and we get better oxygenation through the system. So let's pop that right hand back on the rib cage and focus your inhalation more into the side and back of the rib cage rather than through the abdominal area, the front of the ribs and the shoulders. We also encourage breathing out through the mouth, but at the moment, focus on that inhalation, expanding the ribs, and on the exhale, just relaxing the rib cage. Now let's focus on the exhale. So you can keep that right hand there. If it's tired, pop it down. But on your exhale, I want you to breathe out through the mouth and draw your belly button in towards the spine, just a little bit, a little tightness, and we'll release it on the inhalation there. So on the exhale, we're looking at connecting our core muscles. And to help us with that connection, let's breathe out through pursed lips. So you're controlling that exhalation, and it works like this. So hopefully with pursed lips, you feel a stronger connection in your muscles. All right. So when we're doing our exercises, we actually want to keep our abdominals quiet there. So on that inhale, inhaling into the rib cage, keeping a nice flat tummy and keeping that core connection. So we're not actually letting go of that core connection on the inhale. So let's practice. So engage your core muscles, and your pelvic floor will help as well. Engage on your exhale. Now keep that connection as you inhale and exhale. Keep breathing normally. So we want to have a very light connection through the core. We'd say about 25 to 30% of maximum, but keep it there all the time so that you strengthen your core muscles and you encourage them to stay switched on low level through movement. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about breathing slightly different. So we can practice that anytime, and it will really help you to get the most out of your Pilates exercises. The body likes to breathe out when we flex. We have forward flexion. So if we were lying on the floor and doing an ab curl, we would breathe out as we flexed up, or even if we're doing a standing curl forward, as in a roll down, I would breathe out. Because we're shortening the muscle, we have less space and we need to do it on the exhale. Get rid of the air so we have room to draw your belly button in and flex. You can try inhaling as you flex forward, and it's very difficult and uncomfortable. We also have lateral flexion. So that's when you go to the side, and we tend to also breathe out when we flex to the side. Now it can change. Sometimes intermediate, we reverse it to challenge. All right. But generally speaking, when we go away from the midline, so this is the midline, I'm going away from the midline, we will exhale, inhale, coming back to the midline. So if I were to take my arm away from the midline, I would exhale and inhale, come back. I would also exhale on the hardest part of the movement, and that's when I'm lifting the arm or a weight against gravity, and inhale. Why do we exhale during the hardest part of the movement? Because as we've just seen, you get a stronger connection when you exhale through those pursed lips, and you can stabilize your core and then move the arms or the legs, whatever you're going to do. All right, so practice that and it will really help you on your Pilates journey, and especially for my beginners course, which will be starting a week Monday. So this weekend is a bank holiday. It'll be a week Monday. And so do sign up to that early, because I think it's going to sell out. I do have limited places. But if you practice these little things, these essential parts of Pilates that I'm going through this week, then it's really going to help you to get into that beginner's Pilates course that I am doing. It's over 7 days. It is recorded, so don't panic. And you do get a little bit of time to catch up if you've had to be busy at work. Okay, so thanks for joining me today. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 9:30. Tech willing. All right, have a good day, and don't forget to practice your breathing. Stay safe, stay positive, and get out and enjoy the summer weather.